the song. Thoughts become action. Tell me what's happening. What's your mind wrapped in?
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Naseef here from Click, and today I'm going to be doing the somewhat long-awaited review here of the Huawei Honor 5X. I didn't want to force this review, didn't really want to do it, but then I sat there the other night and I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? If someone's buying this phone, it's going to come with the software that it has now. It's not going to come with an updated software. It's not going to come with a fixed software. It's going to come with the shit that it has installed right now. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do a review right now with this shitty software. I'll give you my opinions, give you what I think of it, and then when the Marshmallow update comes, if it fixes anything, then I'll do another video. I'll give you guys the update video, because then, you know, people who want to buy the phone when the Marshmallow update's there, they'll be able to see which videos, you know, corresponds to what they need. So first things first, I guys really wanted to show you the fingerprint scanner. Now this one is pretty much the, oh, there you go. Yeah, so it's hit and miss, right? Sometimes, like, it's even with my Pure XL, I don't know if I can demonstrate here. If I get like the top corner of my finger, sometimes it'll work, and then other times like that, okay, maybe not. I can't duplicate it on camera right now, but sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't work. But I mean, in terms of the Honor's fingerprint accuracy, I would say 8 times out of 10 it's gonna unlock the phone for you, and you know, 2 times it'll give you a buzz and you'll have to try again. So that's really good return, especially for a phone that costs sub $300, I believe it was, or in and around $300. So yeah, fingerprint scanner is basically instant. I do want to talk a little bit about the display. It is a 1080p LCD panel, and I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I do honestly prefer AMOLED panels. I don't like, it's not like I can't stand in LCD. Honestly, the LCDs they look great. They look great, colors are great, nice and accurate. Blacks are fairly deep, but again, just with the AMOLED, the colors pop that much more. The blacks are pitch black, inky deep blacks, and it's just, the display looks so much more vivid and alive than you know, than compared to an LCD. Like, my HTC is an LCD, and don't get me wrong, it's a great panel, but then when I switch over to my Pure XL or even my VivoAir LTE or the Vivo 5, it's like, wow, like this is what a display should look like, and that's in my opinion anyway. Obviously that's not what everyone's gonna think. Just bump the brightness down there. In terms of camera, that's also one thing I want to talk about. Let's see what I have here. Pepsi bottle. This is not product placement, don't worry about that. I'm gonna take a picture of that. Nice and quick picture shooting. And the picture quality is decent. I mean, obviously in great lighting level, I mean, not great, but decent lighting like this, the picture's gonna come out decent. It'll be nice and accurate. The colors will look good. But I mean, I think the Honor does have the better camera compared to the Vivo 5, but it takes that edge just a tad. Especially in low light, the camera on this thing performs just a tad better, and it is what it is. You know what? I mean, for me, this iPhone here with its 8 megapixel camera from a millennium ago performs fine for me, because I'm not like a professional photographer. I'm not like taking photos and whatnot and editing them and stuff on my computer. I just take a photo of a car here and there, or, you know, my cousins, or for chilling and whatnot, we're hanging out, take a photo once in a while, like once in a blue moon I'll have a photo taken. So I mean, the camera is not too big of a deal, but I figured it might be worth mentioning anyway. But the camera, I mean, I think it'll do great for anyone, you know, who's buying the phone. Because if anyone's going to be buying this phone, it's going to be someone who's looking for a budget phone that has mid to high end specs, and this camera is a mid to high end camera. Front camera is okay. You know, it's not going to take the best selfies in the world, but it does just fine. Use the fingerprint scanner to unlock your next thing. I wanted to talk a little bit about the speakers. So let me load up a non-copyright song here. Bear with me for 1 second as I pull up a song here. Don't want to get tagged by the copyright police listening to music on my phone. So let's go and find my favorite song by these guys. And alright, so I'm going to say right off the bat, on full volume, you can hear the static and a little bit of distortion. I will mention that. Alright, so we'll put this shitty speaker aside. Yeah, so I mean, the speaker's it's not great at all. I'll be honest with you guys. It reminds me almost of the Nexus 5 speaker, where it was like very tinny, just high end, at high volumes and stuff. It would get very staticky and whatnot. What else did I want to talk about here? The software, that is a big one here. So we have go into About Phone. It is running. So we have EMUI 3.1, which sucks ass, by the way. Just if I haven't mentioned that before in any other videos. We have Android version 5.1.1. So obviously it's running Lollipop, and then they did mention, if I can get this thing to work here. Okay, see what I mean by buggy and just shit doesn't work. Like I'm just trying to get into the Easter egg here, and it's not letting me get in. So it's just stupid small things like that. And then like the Google launcher here, like you can, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. You can see it doesn't stutter. Like there's no, it's hard to explain. It's just like the animation is not smooth. That's just, I guess, the best way to describe it. And then flick up to clear all apps. See what I mean by the stutter is it cleared all of them and then came down and then stuttered down. It's just, the software feels extremely unrefined, almost as if it was a beta version. Like, I know when iOS does betas and stuff, sometimes it can turn out to be a little bit buggy and whatnot. But you know what? It is what it is. It is fixable in a software update if Honor decides, hey, we're gonna fix that for you. So hopefully they do something about that. Now, I'll talk a little bit of specs here since we're in here. It is running a 64-bit CPU, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 1. Honestly, I don't know what the CPU clock is because I haven't done any kind of research on this phone since I bought it. Storage-wise, you got 16 gigs internal. I'm pretty sure. Is there a micro SD expansion? Let's take the case off here and see if we can find a micro. See, this is what I mean. There is micro SD expansion. Okay, so I haven't used this phone in so bloody long that I don't even remember the specs on it and why the hell I bought it. So again, we have a 1080p display, which I mentioned before. We have 2 gigs of RAM. So I mean, I think on stock Android that would be fine, but because this is running a skin, it does, again, just clearing one app causes stutter. So let's try it again. Let's see if you guys can catch it on camera. When I flick up, do you see how it stops and then stutters down? Like on my, I don't have my HTC on deck. Like when I click clear all on my HTC, it clears all my apps and then it just goes back to the home screen. It doesn't have any delay or stutter or anything like that. It's just nice and smooth animation. And let's pop this case back on here. Let's head into the settings. Let's look at some of the dev options, and I believe I have the settings to 0.5 on my animations. Now I do this on all my phones under development options. If you set your scales and stuff to 0.5, it makes the phone feel a little bit snappier than it actually is. I will mention here that this notification drop down type thing here, it's good. Like the idea is good, but the execution is not. Like look at the stutter going between, one side to the other, and I don't know. I just feel like this software needs a lot of refinement. In terms of build, so take the case off again. I just put it on, and I knock over my my Pepsi. Bloody hell! What is this? All right, so pause that. And in terms of build, this is a this build is great. It reminds me of my HTC. It's got a unibody aluminum design all the way around, and then it kind of just molds into the screen on the top here. I don't know if these bottom and top parts are plastic. I don't think they are. But I mean, the sound between them is very distinct and different. So it's a small thing. The buttons are little bit mushier than I would kind of hope, but they work just fine. I believe they're both okay. So they're both textured. I was gonna say it looks like the power button's a little bit textured, but it's not. But I mean, in terms of like everyday use, I haven't been able to bring myself to use the phone in everyday use. It's just the small thing. Like look at that. I'm trying to move an app over. It's just. There's just the small delays and glitches and stuff. Like look, I can't go back to it's just small things like that just make the phone very annoying, and the stutter when you're killing apps and stuff. So I think that pretty much covered everything. The camera, speakers, screen, build, battery. That is one thing I do want to talk about. Okay, so as the fingerprint doesn't work there, I don't think I have any battery specs on right now because the phone hasn't really been used too much. Okay, so here we go. We have some battery specs here. I think this is without the SIM card, and so it's just been running on Wi-Fi for YouTube usage. 4 hours and 45 minutes of screen on time, and we're at 18%. So with the SIM card, I'm assuming you're gonna get 4 hours of screen on time. The average screen on time for a smartphone these days. And I do believe this supports Qualcomm. Is it Quick Charge or is it Huawei's own quick charge. I'm not sure. I do believe this supports quick charge, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I will look that up, and I'll put that in the description, and I'll, I guess, give you the pointers and stuff on anything I might have missed in the review here. But yeah, I think it does support quick charge, so you can charge the phone up nice and quick when the battery's low. So yeah, you're looking at about 4 hours screen on time on I guess moderate to heavy usage. Now I have been using this for kind of just YouTube. That's pretty much it. So YouTube on auto brightness. I had about 50% brightness here, so the brightness slider's been there, and it's on auto brightness. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. That's kind of the whole video here. Come up to 10 minutes now. Didn't want to talk too much about this, but I ended up doing it anyway because, you know, that's the way we roll on Click, because we like to talk. So let me just pop this case back. For some reason, it's not going in. There we go. So that's pretty much the review of the Honor 5X. Do I recommend this thing? Honestly, man, it's hard. If you're into rooting and installing, because I've had one of my commenters actually commented saying he installed Cyanogen on it and it was running good, I believe. And I think if you're into the whole rooting thing and, you know, installing software and stuff, excuse me, then I think go for it. Pick up the phone, root it. It'll be a good phone just to kind of play around. But the thing is, I don't know how much kind of development is on for the phone. I know there's a few DODEX ROMs. I'm not gonna start talking about root shit, but there is a few, you know, optimized EMUI ROMs, so you can get like a stock EMUI ROM with optimizations that kind of clears out all that, you know, lagginess and stutters and stuff like that. The thing is, I'm kind of out of the root scene. My HTC is my root phone, and even that's running a stock HTC 10 ROM, and it's just, it is what it is. You know, I'm not into the whole customizing it with 5,000 different features and stuff like that. So if you're into that, I'd recommend picking it up. It's a nice cheap phone to pick up. You can screw around with the root and whatnot. Then when you're done, you can just you know, sell it off or just change the ROM or whatnot. But if you're looking for like a daily driver phone, I don't recommend buying it now. I think I would wait until the Marshmallow update officially drops for it, and then when you buy the phone, you know that you're gonna have Marshmallow. But again, I'm going to wait for that as well before I say that, because I want a Marshmallow to come and I want to test the update and whatnot, and just the software. Obviously, the hardware is not going to be any different, so the speaker is still going to suck ass. The cameras are still going to be really decent. Screen's going to be the same. But yeah, I mean, in terms of software, I'm going to wait for that Marshmallow update to come. So now the video's coming up to 12 minutes here, bloody hell. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. If I missed anything, feel free to drop a comment down below, ask me questions. I'll answer them right away. I'm just kind of talking off the top of my head here because, again, I really didn't want to force this review, but, you know, some people are waiting for it. You know, a couple of my friends have been waiting for it. Commenters have been waiting for it. So I'm just going to post this up there right now. Again, do I recommend buying it? If you're a rooter, go for it. If not, then don't do it at all. Don't buy this phone on Lollipop. It sucks ass, trust me. Wait for that EMUI 4.1 to come out, or 4.2 or whatever it's on. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching this 13-minute long video now. Goddamn. Feel free to drop a like on the video if you like if you like the video. If you like the content on our channel, feel free to drop a sub. Definitely helps us out. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel, by the way. We just passed 110 subs today, I think. So yeah, I mean, that's mind blasting. And it's fantastic. Thank you guys so much. If you know anyone who is kind of interested in the Honor 5X or wants to check out some reviews of it, feel free to drop them a link to this video, drop them links to the other Honor 5X videos I've done, and you know, hopefully they'll enjoy it and it'll help them out too. So again, thanks guys for watching. This has been Nasif from Click, and I'm gonna get some sleep now because I'm tired, and it's what's the time here? If I can get the thing on, 12:30 in the morning. That's way past my bedtime. I'm out, guys. Peace.